I am Merlin, mentor and advisor to King Arthur, and as some would have it, wizard.
Return to the glory of Camelot in Sierra's new medieval animated adventure, drawn from the pages of English history and Celtic mythology. King Arthur and the search for the Grail. Donning the armor and shield of King Arthur, you'll joust with the dreaded Black Knight. Battle the Mad Monk of Glastonbury, and match wits with the cunning Ice Maiden or with Merlin himself as you seek vital clues to the Grail. Using intricate maps of Camelot, ancient Britain, and the Mediterranean, your search for the Grail may take you across rough seas and fierce deserts, or follow a trail through the Forest Perilous to the mystic ruins of Glastonbury Tor. Designed by Hollywood writer Christy Marx and illustrator Peter Ledger, Sierra's noble tale of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table will challenge your skill, your emotion, and your spirit.
Prepare well for this most desperate and sacred search, for once you begin, you dare not return.
Hello. Welcome. It's Sierra Saturday. Look at that. I hope this is looking right. I'm using the same settings now. I forgot to mention this on my stream on the last episode with Cody and Iceman last weekend, but I've started to use I'm doing a higher bit rate now. So it's 60 frames per second. It's like 6,000 bit rate. It should look a lot nicer. Certainly does on YouTube, and these games don't strain the stream enough to really make a big difference, hopefully for some people, for most people. So hopefully this all looks okay. So hi, how's it going, everyone? Today on Sierra Saturdays, we are looking at Conquests of Camelot, the search for the Grail, and that we're really getting to the end of the old parser-based SCI games right now. This is almost, we're almost to the end of those, almost into that icon point and click, glorious 256 color VGA era. So we've got this, and we've got Quest for Glory 2, and I'm still sort of going back and forth about what I'm going to do about Mix Up Mother Goose, because I don't necessarily think that's going to be the most entertaining one, but there's still some things to say about it. So we'll see. But today it's Conquest of Camelot. And this game, it came out in 1990. It came out for the Amiga, Atari ST, and, of course, MS-DOS version I'll be playing today. This game was designed by Christy Marx and Peter Ledger. They were a couple, a writer and artist couple. So he did the art direction, she did like the design and the writing. And Christy Marx, she's interesting. She was Sierra's like kind of big quote unquote real writer, because she had a background in animated television. She was a developer and script supervisor and writer for a bunch of animated shows that you most certainly saw if you grew up in the 80s or kind of early 90s, mostly for Sunbow Productions. So Christy Marx was the creator and head writer of Gem and the Holograms. And later on, she was the story editor for Conan the Adventurer. And she's also written episodes of a few cartoons that you may have enjoyed, like G.I. Joe. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Bucky O'Hare, and she's also written some live TV, like Captain Power, if you remember that. That was a TV show that had like a tie-in toy line where you could there was like an interactive element where these kind of light gun-esque vehicle toys that you had and could kind of play with during the show. And she also wrote for Babylon 5 later on. So Christy Marx is a pretty well-known kind of writer as far as that in that world. And yes, Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. That's right, Turkey Leg. Yep. And she was also she has written several nonfiction books, and she's written quite a few comics. Her and Peter Ledger had a creator-owned series that she wrote and he illustrated called The Sisterhood of Steel. And she also, more recently, Christy Marx had a pretty good run on Birds of Prey. She did like 18 issues, 17, 18 issues or something. And more recently, she was the principal game designer and narrative director for Zynga Games from 2010 to 2017. So she's stayed very active in the games industry. She was actually with Sierra up until Chainsaw Monday, the big like layoff in 1999. So she was there for quite a while. And Peter Ledger, her husband, was an Australian comic book artist and illustrator, cartoonist. A lot of his work was he was like a cover artist and a colorist. You know, besides Sisterhood of Steel, the biggest book he worked on was probably Howard the Duck for Marvel. But he did a lot of like fantasy paintings, things like that. And after Conquests of Camelot, he also handled art for some other games. He did a couple of stints as a background artist for a Sierra competitor called Tsunami Media, which you'll be hearing a bit more about them when we get to like probably Police Quest 3. But he worked on Ring World, Revenge of the Patriarch, and Blue Force, which that one was also designed by Police Quest designer Jim Walls. And unfortunately, tragically, Peter Ledger died in an automobile accident in November 1994 at the age of 49. So that, very tragic. And, Christy Marx has spoken about that, and it's obviously, it's terrible. But that was unfortunately how he ended up. But the two of them, they got their foot in the door at Sierra in the late 80s, when Peter Ledger actually got headhunted by them because they were looking for artists. Because I guess they were, their guess was it's probably hard for them to find people who will move out to like Oakhurst. It's because Oakhurst, California, is sort of in the middle of nowhere. But they headhunted him, and he said, "Hey, my wife, she's a writer. Do you need writers as well?" And they were very interested in the both of them, and so they traveled to Oakhurst and met with Ken and Roberta Williams, who, being the founders of the company and owners, had the power to just make deals instantaneously, which is what they did. As Christy Marx tells it, they had the deal to make Conquest of Camelot by the time they walked out of this interview, and they had pitched it to them, this idea of a King Arthur game, because Kim Williams didn't want to. There was no like creator-owned stuff. Like if you made something for Sierra, they owned it. They weren't going to share it. And Christy Marx, there was no way she was going to make something she had no ownership in, like an original IP. So she said, "How about something based on mythology? How about something based on King Arthur?" And they liked it, and that's how they got started. And that is where that came from. As you saw in the little intro, the commercial that was from the Sierra catalog at the time, the original title of the game was King Arthur and the Search for the Grail, but of course it was changed to fit Sierra's quest theme, so Conquests of Camelot. And yes, it was basically a, yes, you're hired, we love it, start tomorrow, cool kind of story, because that's how they rolled. And I would say, like, looking at this series especially, and sort of going back to like what I was talking about Codename Iceman last week, just when it came out. It's like they were like, oh, Hunt for Red October. We want something to sort of capitalize on that. I would not be surprised, given the time frame of this, that they thought it was kind of an attractive idea, because that was, it was, well, not right after, but it was like less than a year after Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So everybody's like, ooh, Holy Grail, Arthur, all that stuff. And the following year, that Christy Marx would develop a sequel called Conquests of the Longbow, which, hit around the same time as the Kevin Costner Robin Hood Prince of Thieves movie. So I think there was a little period of time where Sierra was like, ooh, there's these like popular ideas in some of the movies out there. Let's make a game sort of in that orbit. And I think that's probably, I suspect that there's a little bit of that is where this came from. So that is how we got this game. And you'll see it's a little bit dry in terms of its treatment. Christy Marx did a whole lot of research on like Grail legend, sort of modern Grail stuff, which if you know anything about that, you'll see some of the more modern ideas incorporated into it. She did a lot of research into like Greek deities and like Welsh legends about Merlin and things like that. And so she wanted to create something that was authentic to both kind of the history and the mythology, and sort of blend together a bunch of sort of best of all the different kind of versions of King Arthur, and that's out came this game. It's not really edutainment. No, I mean, this is based on mythology. Mythology's it's stories. It's not. This is not like history. It's debated whether sort of the seed of where King Arthur came from is there's a few thoughts to it. Like he was like a barbarian kind of chieftain, and and that's where like the myth of King Arthur came from. There are a few stories like that, but he was not like a real historical figure, lest anyone think otherwise. Now this game, whoops, where are we? This game came with, there we go. Nice manual, the Liber Ex Doctrina. And this is, uh-oh, look at that. It's illegal to make unauthorized copies of the software. I should probably go hold on, I'm going to pull my copy off the shelf just so I can prove to you that I own it. And actually, well, I'll be showing it to you when I go back to my window. But, so this is the manual. It's got a lot of information here about, like, oh, look, here's a little introduction from Christy Marx. Being like, yeah, this game took a lot of research. Don't pirate it, please. Thank you. And there's a whole thing about, history versus myth here. And hold on. Okay, here we go. Like, there's a bunch of stuff here that's just like copy protection, copy protection, copy protection, copy protection, copy protection. So there's a bunch of look at the manual and solve the thing. And there's also a cool little map here that came with the game of Europe and the Middle East back then. You don't really need it, but it's a cool little poster map if you like that sort of thing. I have here, there's my copy of the game. You can't really see it here, but the box is a little bit kind of chewed up. I have it taped here on this side. A few of the Sierra boxes they would come undone at the seams. This one's just a little ripped, but yeah, this is my copy. Yeah, no CPR in this game. No, none of that. That's all. Codename Iceman. Yeah. You do have to pray to some gods, but you don't have to refer to the manual for that. So, And did I play LucasArts adventure games growing up? Of course I did. Played tons of them. I have a Sierra. I have a giant shelf over there that's just entirely. It's like the sort of basic IKEA shelf. It's top to bottom Sierra games, and then to its left there's a shelf that's just all 14 adventure games that LucasArts made. So yeah, I've got them all. I played all of those. Now let's see. I think we should just get to the game here, man. Get it going. There are a couple of arcade sequences in this game that I may have to skip. I don't know. We'll see. They're not like really terrible like some of the other. They're not like Manhunter, and they're not like Conan Iceman. They're mostly fine. Oh, I should turn my desktop audio on so you can hear it. All right, let's see here. What do we got? All right. Yeah, there's no flushing Yale toilet 3 times. Not here. Yeah. So I suppose, actually, if, according to the game itself, not the box, the name of the game is Conquests of Camelot, King Arthur and the Search for the Grail. There's old Arthur. How do I rank this one? You know what? I actually went on Tier Maker, which is a website where you can use to make like tier lists for games. I'm going to make like a little tier list chart of all the AGI and SCI games and when I'm done with them. This one, where do I have it? I do have a list here. This would be sort of like a Space Quest 1, Larry 2, King's Quest. It'd be the upper half. Yeah, it'd be in the upper half of them. It's not like amazing, like, you know, Quest for Glory 1 and 2 or like Police Quest 2, which is the best, you know. But it's up there. It's a little dry, but it's decent. There's some of the copy protection puzzles get like, I feel like there's a little too many of those. There's just a few too many. But yeah, I'll be sharing it. It'll be on one of these streams when I'll end one of my streams with it. I think, was that the intro? It had to be the intro, right? I didn't even bother to check that. Oh, I guess not. My Lord King, look upon your stronghold, Camelot. By strength of spirit, skill of sword, and quickness of mind, you have built a kingdom that could live in legends. Well, and on TV and theater, oh, beneath your firm and wise hand, the warring tribes of Celts, Saxons, Jutes, and Angles have been brought under control, and foreign marauders driven from the shores. Your queen is the beautiful Guinevere, who loves you and whom you love dearly, yet you know their deepest and most passionate love is reserved for your greatest knight, that jerk Sir Lancelot. And the background monkey, he hasn't, I just put him back there last week. For those asking. And because Lancelot is chivalrous, brave, and a true friend, you do nothing to harm it to him or your queen. Instead, you suffer in silence. Oh, what a true friend. Yeah, banging your wife. Yeah, that's a really good friend. That's a great friend you have there, Arthur. That's what friends do. It's great that you have a friend like that. Sharing the round table with you are noble warriors of the realm. Lancelot, Kai, Ector, Gareth, Percival, Gawain, and Galahad, and many others. Cool. The table's sure round. And I'm Merlin, played by Sam Neill, advisor, mentor, and as some would have it, wizard, though my true nature remains a secret known only to the ancient gods and me. Actually, this Merlin is very much influenced by the one from Excalibur, the 1981 film. I must speak to you now of dark truths. The forbidden love of Guinevere and Lancelot has cast a blight upon your soul, and in doing so has put a curse upon your kingdom. What a good friend! He is the cause, that they jointly are the cause for this. What a great, yeah, I'm glad I keep them both around. Cool. The fruit has withered on the vine, grain dies of disease, well springs and wells turn foul. Your people cry out to you for a miracle. Could Arthur maybe go to Lancelot and Guinevere and be like, stop the banging, it's bad for the, it's actually bad for the environment. Thank you for the sub, Tatsuro. Maybe we could just kill Lancelot in his sleep? Nobody would really know, you know? Maybe help matters? Send him off to the farm? A vision of the Holy Grail covered in a white cloth appeared. Oh, something, something. Sir Gawain. Sir Lancelot. Sir Galahad. Yeah, they all went looking for it and didn't come back. Guess who's not ever going to come back? Sounds like the land's been healed to me. Gawain, Lancelot, and Galahad have not returned. The search must now fall to you, and during this search, you will be sorely tested in physical, moral, and spiritual strength. If you are found wanting in any of these virtues, the Grail will be denied you, and your kingdom will turn to ashes and dust. Okay, well, no pressure. I mean, you're kind of a terrible king if you need a magic cup to save everyone. Maybe you should just, I don't know, have an election. I will watch over you and speak to you, though I will be with you only in spirit, not body. But I want his body. Why can't I have your body, Merlin? Why can't you just teleport me to the Grail? It would be easier. Stupid wizards. He has like elf ears. Look at him. What's going on there? Oh my god, dialogue. Advance. You skip a whole dialogue thing and then you just sit here on this crystal ball forever. I could read this like 27 times. I just don't want to see. Oh, okay, here we go. 'Tis the floor plan of your stronghold, Camelot. Waste no time in preparing for your vital mission, my lord. Alright, so, walk around here. Oh, here we are in Arthur's room. When you are in need of solitude, this is your room. It is sparsely furnished as befits a warrior king. So, in this game, when you look at stuff, or when you're just any kind of dialogue response to you, it's Merlin speaking to you. So it's kind of a neat little a narrative choice. Okay, alright, remove clothes. Alright, great, there you go. Oh, look at that! Oh, it works. He actually gets he's getting dressed, getting his battle suit on. Cool. Okay, now what happens if I remove clothes? Oops. Why? Merlin's like, I don't want your body either. Alright. Whoops. Alright, we're gonna get my purse, because it's right there. I know that's a purse. Got my gold, my silver, my copper, my platinum, and my electrum. So, this game is, you're scored along these 3 trees. So, different actions will get you points in different these 3 categories. That's the scoring system of this game. I believe that gets me something. From the windows, you can see the outer wall of Camelot, and the hills, fields, and forests beyond. Unfortunately, you cannot see the Queen's bower from here. Rumor in the palace has it that she placed her bower deliberately out of your sight. With that, it was only rumor. Oh. Well, Let's see, alright. Whoops. Often Guinevere may be found here in the Queen's Bower. Actually, you know what? Change my game speed here. Alright, Guinevere waits you in her bower. The blight on Camelot is not spared this place, once the most beautiful garden in the land. Oh. I pray to all the powers that be that you will return safely, that the Grail will be yours as surely it must be. And may you find and bring back all the noble knights who have gone before you on this holy mission. You know, well, I'll bring back a couple of them. We are just good friends. However, it is true that I was the last person to talk to him before he went seeking the Grail. He said he would seek information from the Lady of the Lake. The watery tart. See, even this, they're not above a Monty Python and the Holy Grail reference here. Here, let's make a save. Here, and we'll just do this. Okay. Oh, there's nothing quite so exciting as a man with a long sword. This was. Well, as fond as I am of your sword, Arthur, I would rather that you save it for a better use. Oh, this is a threat. All right, this is. You better just watch out. You know what? Let's look at this garden here. Guinevere awaits you in her bower. The blight on Camelot is not spared this place. I already saw that. There's only one rose left in her garden, but I have no doubt she would be glad for you to have it. Yeah, so I can take it to Lancelot. Pfft. Wear it next to your heart. In time of need, it will guide you through danger if you recite the message of the rose, which is, of course, copy protection. Aw, mwah. I know you're picturing someone else. Her. Oh, that's not how one uses a sword, as if I needed to tell you that. Well, you know, maybe I invented a new tactic, Merlin. What do you think of that? Alright, here is my treasury, but here, you granted possession of this small tower room to me, where only the brave dare to tread, and even then with caution. Alright, well, what up, Merlin? As you see, my room is quite full. Take care that you do not disturb any of the objects within. Oh. Apparently doesn't know what disturb means, even though he told me just not to do it. What you got in here, Merlin? There's a decorative pattern in the small rug. Oh, okay. There are a number of symbols in my room. Upon the tapestry is a Philphot and Labarum, the symbol of Mithras. Upon the small square rug is another Philphot. I don't know that word at all. Upon the large round rug is a pentacle and the symbol of Venus and a few others not worth mentioning. Well, great. I think I get points. Let me see. 7, 4, and 0. I think I ask him. There's a bunch of stuff you can ask him about. There's mint, which some believe can cure the bite of mad dogs. It comes from the legend of Mint, a river nymph. Pluto, lord of the underworld, made love to her. Whereupon Pluto's jealous queen, Proserpine, changed Mint into a plant. And basil, which the untutored mistakenly believe causes scorpions to breed. And India, it is sacred to the gods, Vishnu and Krishna, delicious with beans, peas, and other vegetables. And marjoram, thought useful in healing wounds and many other illnesses, though I like its delicate flavor with fowl and sausages. And sage, which the Egyptians believe will make women fertile, and others think it gives immortality. Personally, I like the flavor it imparts to beer and sausages. And no collection would be complete without bay. To the Greeks and Romans, it was the laurel, and they would crown their victors with laurel wreaths. Young girls have been known to burn leaves and make lovers return to them. Prophets, diviners, and the priests of Apollo considered it to have magical properties. The dried leaves make an excellent flavoring in stews. That Merlin is a jokester. The scroll is from Jerusalem, written in Aramaic. You may read my translation of it, scribbled there in the margins. Okay, well, thanks for making me do two things. According to the writer of this scroll, a mule is of great value in Jerusalem. Ah, a hint for later. The writer says, so great is the value of a mule, that is sure of foot and gentle of nature, that it is above all the gold and treasures of the earth. Sounds a bit exaggerated to me, but that's the gist of it. Great. Look at that is my sword and perfectly ordinary. My weapons are of a less physical nature. Alright. He means magic. This is my personal chest. I keep various odds and ends in there. Look inside if you like. Cool. Inside my chest is a lodestone, a magical stone that will always show you where true north lies. This one is shaped like a tiny sword, the tip of which will point to north as it dangles from a string attached to its center. Take it, Arthur. I prepared it especially for you. Oh, I guess... take the lodestone. And now we get to ask him all these questions. We'll be asked about the Grail. I can add nothing to what is already written in your Liber Ex Doctrina. You should have it with you at all times. Alright. Well, let's ask about my knights. I'll ask about Gawain. I believe the Treasurer is a good friend of Sir Gawain. I would have the latest news, if any. I do not wish to be indelicate, but the Queen might be the best person to ask. Yeah, I know. Yeah, He's very popular among your guards, and they would be first to hear a rumor of him. What else we got here? We look at that map. It's a map of the summer lands. Your kingdom is often known. Cornwall to the west, and some lands beyond, including the island of Irie. However, you should study it very closely before you leave and determine where your search for the Grail should take you. Guess what? I already did that. I know exactly where I have to go. Glastonbury Tor has been a sacred hill for centuries. The legend of Joseph of Arimathea claims the Grail is hidden there. Otmore is a body of water to the north, where currently the Lady of the Lake dwells. Oops. And finally, Southampton. It is your major port in the south, where you must go to take the ship to other lands. Alright. Well. Now we've learned a lot. Alright. The Treasurer. He knows about Gawain. What do we know? I was the last to see Sir Gawain. He made sure to take copper coins along with silver and gold. He told me he planned to search for the Grail in the ruins of Glastonbury Tor. That's the last that I or any man has heard of him. I gladly, if you will but provide me with a purse to fill. Yeah, that was the gist of it, you freaking genius. Thank you, my lord. I shall fill it according to your wishes. Oh. Want some gold? You will have gold coins. Silver. There are silver coins in your purse. And copper. I've given you copper coins, my lord. Here it is, my lord, as you command. And then also, this is a fun Easter egg, another Monty Python reference. Oh, in memory of Graham Chapman. I don't know who that is, but rest in peace. Alright. Now, what we gotta do... Well, you know what? Let's actually go out here first. To the outer courtyard adjacent to the stables. look at this. Well, 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 if it isn't my guards. Let's ask them about Galahad. His horse was sent back to our care by the harbour master of Southampton, along with a message from the harbour master that Sir Galahad took ship to the Far East. Well, we give him a coin for his troubles. Thank you. Bless you, my lord. Now, I want to show you what happens if we just leave now. Because it's funny. Your warhorse is trained to be mounted from the left side. Ugh! Yeah, okay. Make sure I'm saved. Alright, well, we're gonna go. Alright, we're leaving for the Grail. Alright, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go. We got everything we need. We got money, and we got... Okay, it's time to go. Oh, I'm dead. It's terribly unwise to start a sacred mission without the blessings of the gods. So, if you don't pray to the gods, you die. Alright. So... wait. Where is it? Where's my chapel? Is it up here? Yeah, right there. The chapel of the two gods. Okay. And praise the sun, indeed. Yes. So... Here we go. Let's see. The double altar in the chapel of the two gods reflects the power struggle between an old and new religion. Upon the right is the cross, symbol of the Christ God who was crucified upon one. Upon the left is the symbol of Mithras, formerly carried upon banners into battle. So, we got to go over here. Whoops. We're going to give them gold and silver. Oh. Alright, the flame is lit, you have been blessed, and now something shimmers in the air. Yeah, didn't you guys ever go to Sunday school? Indeed. A vision of the Grail appears to you. Christ sends it to remind you that only a man of purity may attain this sacred cup. Remember, the fate of Camelot rests not only upon your finding the Grail, but your worthiness to possess it. If you screw up really badly, you actually get killed by the Grail at the end of the game. If you let any of your knights die. Alright. Now we kneel over here at this heathen god. Alright, the flame is lit and the blessing given, but wait! Mithras sends you visions of your missing knight, and listen. Their voices call out to you in distress. Save me, most valiant king. I am injured unto death by a black fiend. The green leaves will cover my bones unless you are quick. Arthur, I cannot move. I cannot escape. I am so cold, so terribly cold. Ah, how can she be so heartless? Yeah, well, maybe it wasn't a good idea for you to sleep with my wife. I am lost in the darkness, hidden from light and life, with only the rats to lust for my flesh and blood. I will die here unless you help me, my king. Wow. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well... Now, I, can actually leave without dying. Good evening, Evil Dead Forever. I agree with that username. It's a good one. I agree with the sentiment posed in your username. Alright, now should be able to get out of here. And now... Alright, now I have to go to Glastonbury Tor. There are only 3 locations that I can actually visit. See, avoid Houselock, where St. Juthwer could not keep her head. The Martyrs of Shapwick provide no clue. There's nothing worth to milk from Braunton. Neither Hercules nor Heartland Point will lead to the Grail, and so on. I mean, there's all these like fake locations, right? Oh, the Bishop of Winchester may be a miracle worker, but not even he knows where the Grail may be. So yeah, there's only a few places you can go. The first place you have to go is Glastonbury Tor. Here we go. And what do we have here? You must pass through the Forest Perilous to reach Glastonbury Tor. The forest is so named because of the many dangers hidden within. Oh, you don't say. In this clearing, there's a very old forest shrine. Oh, copper or tin, copper or tin, copper or tin for Wintershins. I am no troll, but that is my toll. Copper or tin for Wintershins. So, this guy wants you to bribe him. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I screwed up. Did I already give money to the... Did I give money to the gods already? Yeah, I did. Hold on, I have to go fill my purse again. I forgot. I need to go and get more money from the treasury. That would have been very bad. Because once you leave Camelot, you can't return. Alright. Gold. Silver. Great. Why can't I just have all gold? Are these just... He puts 3 scoops of copper, 2 scoops of silver, and 1 scoop of gold in. Why don't you just give me 3 scoops of gold? Why does it... Give me my purse. I'm leaving. Okay. Alright. Let's try this again. Yeah, that would have been very, very bad. For me to have just not gone back and gotten money from my my treasury. Okay. Now we go to Glastonbury Tor. Alright. Alright. Let's save now. Okay, cool. Let's see. There's that altar. The shrine contains a bronze statue of the Celtic god Cernunnos within a stone housing. And now he says, give me a bribe or I'll frickin' take all your money. So now we want to just give him copper. Copper is mine, copper divine. Go your way, no trick I will play. Alright. And what was that? Cernunnos. Cernunnos is an ancient Celtic god of the hunt or sometimes of the underworld. Cool. Alright. And here's this guy. What up? Does he know about this dude? Oh, you want copper coin? Would be of much use to me, sire, and help greatly loosen my tongue. I know what would help greatly loosen your tongue. Have you ever seen Game of Thrones, dude? Jesus. Alright, in this small clearing, a hunter has set up skins on racks to dry. Next to him are 3 spears. He is a bold man or a desperate one to seek his living in the forest perilous. Alright. Give him some money. Alright, great. May Cernunnos, god of the hunt, bless you. If there is any advice I may give you, you have but to ask. And heed this warning, beware the mad monk of Glastonbury. Well, let's ask him. What nothing I tell you that would be of value to you, my lord. Okay, great. Alright, sire, a strange monk has taken up residence in the ruins atop Glastonbury Tor. He has surrounded the base of the Tor with a sorceress, barrier, and stones that speak. Aye, that goodly knight came this way and rode on into the forest to reach the Tor where he hoped to find the Grail. But I fear he has met an evil fate, for he did not pass this way again. Oh. I happen to know there is a black knight I have to joust here. He is part of this forest, binding its power to him with dark magics. You must face his challenge, my lord, if you wish to reach the Tor. But I need a spear to joust with. I would sell this spear to no other man save you, my lord. Forgive my audacity, but the spear is of such value, I could not part with it for less than the price of a gold coin. Why, Audacity is my favorite program for recording podcasts, so you get a gold. Bless you, my lord, I will fetch the spear. The staff of this boar spear is made of the sacred oak, and the spearhead forged by the Black Knight himself. I will fasten it beneath your steed's trappings, so it will be as secure until needed. 'Tis done, but be warned, my lord, the spear draws its power from the forest itself and cannot be taken away from it. Alright, so it's magic. Alright. He also has some skins I'm going to buy. You've generously given me the price of the skins already, my lord. Consider them yours. Since your mission is clearly urgent, I give you my oath of honor to deliver them safely to Camelot for you. Alright. And now... Oh, my mule has bolted, but that's okay. Because he'll come back. He'll be back. Alright, the boars have trampled the ground here, keeping it clear of the thick undergrowth which borders it. So, this is the first arcade sequence. Let's see if I can do it. It's just like a really tricky timing thing. What? Number 1, you gotta kill 3 of these boars. And you have to time it right or else, you know, you die. Oh, that's 2. And I'm just playing this on the... There's difficulties to this. I'm just playing on the normal one. Oh, first try. Great. I got the boars done. Sweet. Alright. Ooh, look at this. O fool, you seek death by coming here. Turn back now or die. What up, Crow? You have reached the heart of the forest where its dark power dwells. It seems another unfortunate soul was here before you. Yeah, apparently. Ah. Clearly he was once a stout knight. Not his left, but a bit of armor. His bone was picked clean by the crow, and a bit of brightly colored silk. Hear me then, O brave fool. The Black Knight is the greatest of all knights. None have beaten him. He is invincible. Even Sir Gawain was grievously wounded. The Black Knight awaits you for a joust to the death. Do you accept the challenge? Hell yes, I do. Oh, yeah, well, we'll see. I'll cut his arms and legs off. So, let's see. There's some silk. Odd. Although this lady's sleep has surely been here as long as the dead night, it is as new as the day the lady wore it. There is magic involved here. Well, look at that. Most of the trees here are quite ordinary, but this one hoary leafless tree may well be the eldest of them all. Oddly enough, you probably wouldn't know it, but you can talk to the tree. Who dares to speak to old Father Tree? You are but a twinkle in time, mortal. Let me sleep the long and dreamless sleep of deep roots and sun on the branch. Wah. Night. Great. Whoops. And how many games in am I? How many have I done here? This is episode number 20. This is my 20th episode. Yep. So... Alright, now here's the next arcade sequence. The Black Knight. Hold, King Arthur. Do not seek to move. Not even Merlin can free you from my power in this place. Here are your choices. In the forest beyond me I have imprisoned your friend Sir Gawain. He is sorely injured and shall die soon without help. To free him you must joust with me. 3 times you must unhorse me before I can die. 3 times must I unhorse you to slay you. The first knight to strike the 3rd blow is the victor. No matter who wins, Gawain will go free. But if you joust with me, you will surely die. Therefore I give you one other choice. I will let you pass untouched, but I will take Gawain's life in exchange. I lay the challenge before you. Will you joust with me for the life of Sir Gawain? So you're offered these choices in each of the sort of scenarios where you have to save the knights. And you can choose to just, the path of safety to like let them die. But you get a bad ending if you do. The Grail kills you at the end. Thanks for the sub, Ryoku-cha. You are a worthy opponent. Time to do. The joust will continue until either you or I have been on horse 3 times. Let it begin. Oh, okay. Well, he unhorsed me once. Okay, great. This is not going well so far. Oh, I thought I had him. Oh, look at that. Scrub. You've struck your first successful blow against the Black Knight. Oh, look at this. Oh, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? Oh, is it over here? Oh, yeah, it is. Boom. You have unhorsed the Black Knight for the 2nd time once more, and you have won. Oh, look at this. I have 2 match points here. Oh. Beware, the Black Knight has struck a 2nd telling blow against you. Yeah, but I got him. It's fine. You'll vanquish the Black Knight, King Arthur. Game, set, match. Praise all the powers that be. You are victorious, my king. And yeah, this is just like the Tournament of Kings with the Excalibur in Las Vegas. You're right. It's just like that. Evil never wins, no matter how much I root for them. Okay. So here now. Here is Gawain. King Arthur, I knew you would come. Shackles are securely anchored. Can you think of nothing better to try? Oh. Cut the chains. By remove, I mean, you know, I was giving you some broad options, man. You have shattered the shackles. Beware the mad monk of Glastonbury. Oh, what do you say? I believe he has the Grail. Oh. Though I did not reach the Tor, I believe it is in the possession of the mad monk of Glastonbury. Okay. Alright. Take you to the horse. May God be with you, Arthur. Tarry not with me. Go at once to the Tor. Find the Grail, I beg you. Alright. Well, he's right. Your horse will carry him safely back to Camelot. Even if you must go on foot, you must continue your search without delay. But be assured that this noble sacrifice brings blessings upon you. Alright. Beware, Arthur, I like not the look of this old hag who stands upon the pedestal. Oh, whatever. Halt! Ye shall not pass me, unhindered king though ye be. And if ye give me naught but a desirous stone, ye shall be. Ye shall never move again unless ye offer me what I desire. Ye shall... Oh, geez, I just can't... Oh, okay. Well, gosh. Ye shall not pass, okay. And what may this be that I desire, ye wonder how. If ye be so cunning a knight, ye shall know. Well, I happen to know it's the sleeve. Aye, that is what I most desire. Bring it here at once. Oh, bless you, valiant knight. I and the Lady Elaine, transformed into the fourth witch by a hideous spell cast upon me by the Black Knight. Well, only this sleeve, which I gave to my true love, could set me free. Well, guess what? He's dead. And if my sleeve is here, my beloved knight cannot be far away. I must find him at once. Fare thee well. This is awkward. Yeah. Sorry, lady. Ugh. Yeesh. Yeah, she's gonna come back and be like, what did you do? The runes on this pedestal say this. 5 poets bold did come astray. 5 standing stones now bar the way. Of limbs bereft, yet voice I left. To pass through the middle you must ask for. Alas, it fades out here. The last flurry of magic which caused it to appear must not have been enough to bring out the full inscription. Well. And here we are. Look at this. You've reached the base of Glastonbury Tor on the edge of the Forest Perilous. And I see your mule grazes as it waits for you. She must have found her way safely through the forest on her own. Well, let's just go over here and... Oh! You were thrown back by a sorcerous barrier of great power, yet there must be a way to pass it. I suspect these 5 stones are a part of the riddle you must solve to breach the barrier. And these are, in fact, the riddle stones. And they are going to give me some riddles. And, to which I have the answers. When I am filled, I can point the way. When I am empty, nothing moves me. I have 2 skins, one without and one within. What am I? Glove. Oh, the eerie glow must mean that you have solved this stone's riddle. Ah. Oops. If you break me, I do not stop working. If you touch me, I may be snared. If you lose me, nothing will matter. What am I? Heart? Oh. Ah, damn it. Stop shocking me. When young, I am sweet in the sun. When middle-aged, I make you gay. Oy. When old, I am valued more than ever. What am I? I think it means gay in the happy sense. Grape. Ah. Oops. Looks like I can't type. Lovely and round, I shine with pale light, grown in the darkness, a lady's delight. What am I? I mean, I could think of some terrible answers for that. A pearl. And I go around in circles, but always straight ahead. Never complain, no matter where I am led. What am I? There's a bunch of different riddles that you can be asked here. Oh, it's a wheel. And these are not copy protection. This is just like the Riddler is here. You have to beat him, Batman. So, yeah, let's see. So, whoops. I guess I can't just keep going that way. I have to go over here. Oh! Arthur. Arthur, where are you? Evil Day Forever, that's a cool emoji. Ah, there you are. That was not my doing. You have been brought by another power to the center of the ruins on Glastonbury Tor. Wow. Let's save. Now I'm in like a little kind of like soft maze, kind of. I have to go walking around. I'm looking for this mad monk, right? So I gotta find the monk. Where's he at? Here, hang on. There's like another... There's like 6 different screens here. Oh, there he is. Greetings, stranger. Welcome to Glastonbury Tor. As you can see, I am an old, poor, helpless monk seeking enlightenment through solitude. I am amazed you have passed the riddle stones, for your own face betrays no great intelligence. Oh, well, your face betrays no great intelligence. You dumb Jedi. They found Luke Skywalker, I guess. Alright. Thief, robber, you come seeking treasure, but you will find only death. Yeah, the Grail. The power is mine. I'll never... Mine, or I will help you not. So, yeah, that makes him very mad, and he starts living up to his name, the Mad Monk. Let's see. Well, where he go? Okay, well, he's not there. Let's go over here. What the hell? Where is he? Oh, there we go. Let's... Arthur, beware! 2 of those monks are illusions, but one is deadly. Alright, so... Now I have to go... Like, attack this guy. I have to, like... I have to figure out which one's real. And stab him. Just stab him real good. I don't know, though, which one's real. Oh, I think it's one of those two. You like this combat? Oh, it's that one. There he is. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Oh, I guess it's that one. The one that just murdered me. Your skull is cracked, your body dead, your brains are gone, your spirit fled. The monk played tag upon your head. Okay. Yeah, those are the guys from Manhunter, totally. I'm buying this, yes. Those are the guys from Manhunter, 100%. Oh, it's that one. It's that one right there on the far left. Oh. What now? Oh. I guess I die again. That's what now. Let's try one more time. Oops. I do have a skip for this that I made. Is it that one? That one right there? Yeah, it's that one. Oh, look at this. I got geometry on my side. You can't pass this bush. Oh, there we go. Alright. He's Vino Veritas. He's dead. Monk is dead. Oh, look at this. What is this? The old ones. We are the old ones, and you have killed the monk, our servant, the only servant we have had for centuries. You must take his place. You will never leave here unless you can appease us for this loss. Alright. Cool. So the Cthulhu's in this game too. Turns out. Oops. I want to go up here. Oh my god. Why is everything so confusing? And I want to go over here. And then I want to go up here one more time. Alright. And there's the altar. It's an extremely ancient altar of a most peculiar configuration. Its 3 parts may hint at the worship of a trinity of some sort. Oh, and there they are. Copper is for the lowest spirits of the earth. Gold is for young gods. You cannot appease us with those metals. We 3 are the eldest servants of Mother Moon. We love most dearly the metal that gleams cold and pure like hardened moonlight. Is this a sequel to Bloodborne? You'll have to find a way to appease these old ones, Arthur, if you are to ever leave this Tor. Such beings tend to manifest in some spot where they were once worshipped. It is an extremely ancient altar of a most peculiar... Oh, yeah. What about that Mother Moon? Mother Moon had 5 children, Earth, Wind, Water, Fire, and Spirit. Oh, what is this? Captain Planet? Heart's an element too? Give him some coins. Glorious silver, how pure and perfect it is. Having silver is better than having a servant. We release you from our service and leave you a gift. And the puzzle was they don't want gold or copper, but they accept silver. That's what you're supposed to intuit. An iron key lies upon the altar in place of your silver. Great. Get the key. Got that. Now we will go back down here to this well. is covered with a heavy iron lid. The key turned easily, and the lock is now open. The chick from the girl from the ring is just down here. So this is the Mad Monk's treasure. A beautiful glittering crystal heart. How cold it is to the touch. Alas, Arthur, this was the object of power that created the spell of circular entrapment. The Grail is not here. Oh, I already have the heart. Alright. And that is what we need to free Lancelot from the Lady of the Lake. Oh, here we are. Donkey. Alright. So yeah, the whole point of that is to get what I need for Otmore. Alright. You have nearly reached the edge of the lake called Otmore. Through a gap in the bushes, you can catch a glimpse of a palace in the middle of the lake. Ah, the spires and peaks of this cold palace have grown from the ice by the power of the Lady of the Lake. It lies north and slightly west of the shore in the center of the lake. Well. Yeah, my grail's in another castle, indeed. Does this give me a different, you have reached what would normally be the shore of the lake known as Otmore. It is entirely frozen over. Alright, so what happens... I'll show you here. So, you walk across the lake, right? If you just try, oh, look, I'm just going to walk across, you die, right? Across thin ice you dare to tread, 'tis no surprise that you are dead. So, what you do is you have the rose that you're wearing, the rose that you got from Guinevere, and you have to speak the message of the rose. Okay. Which is... Love is my shield? Yes. And you follow this. The path that this kind of shows you. And you won't fall through the ice. That's part of the copy protection because you wouldn't know the message of the rose without the manual. Okay? You have to kind of stay near it or you die. This isn't very hard, though. This is pretty reasonable. I believe you can also use the crystal heart, which, like, when you look at it in your inventory, it'll turn a certain color if the ice is about to crack. And you have to sort of just keep looking at it and doing, like, a trial and error thing. Like that one horrible, awful bridge, invisible bridge in Dark Souls. That's for people who... I don't know, maybe don't own the game, the manual with the game, but this is... You could also just type that message and, you know, not have the manual. Alright, great. And the Petal Dispersion in Icy Wind, you are no longer protected by its spell of guidance. Ice to meet you, yeah. Here she is. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! She looks quite frigid, but if you are to free Lancelot, you must find a way to win her goodwill. You know what? I wondered if it accepts this. Her name. Ah, it doesn't. I sense that you possess something that belongs to me. Give it to me, and I will tell you what even Merlin does not know, where to search for the Grail. But if you withhold it, you will have neither help nor knowledge from me. Oh. Okay, perhaps you should move closer. Well, perhaps I should. Alright. Blessed be, for this greatest of all gifts, I will give you the gift of knowledge in return. To find the Grail, you must take ship to Gaza, then seek Jerusalem. Somewhere in that city it lies hidden. Once you leave here, I will transport you safely across the ice to continue your search. But Lancelot I will keep here, for he has spurned my love in favor of your queen. I will not release him unless you ask it. Oh, uh-oh. What are you... What? Oh. Okay, well. As icy fingers seize your spine and coldness numbs your brain, you wish instead in battle hot you nobly had been slain. Alas, your ears are filled with ice, you hear not my sad refrain, a frozen statue of despair in winter's hard domain. That is the single worst Arnold impression. Thank you, thank you. It's horrible, yes, I know. Oh, deeds of mindless violence will make you unworthy of the Grail. Here. Oh. Okay, well anyway, yeah. Freelance a lot. Because I'm nice. You are a noble mad Pendragon. But what... I'm dumb. But we will see how true your desire to save Lancelot when you are put to the test. Follow me. I don't need to keep doing an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. For Mrs. Freeze here. When you are ready for the test, we shall begin. Free Lancelot, you must speak the language of the flower, aka the copy protection. I will pose 3 riddles. You must give me the name of the flower that solves each riddle. The language of the flowers is the thought or emotion associated with each flower. If you know this, you may be able to choose correctly. If you fail even once, you will join Lancelot in a tomb of ice. I will not force this upon you. Recite the message of the rose, and I will send you safely away, although Lancelot will not go free. But if you are determined to free your comrade in arms, look closely at the miraculous bush of flowers, and be warned, once you begin, you may not turn away from your fate. Come, Pendragon, my patience is not without limit. If you will not look at the bush and take this test, I will send you from here. Alright. Alright. I'm looking at the bush. And so now she gives me a riddle. Here's the first riddle. Remember, you must choose the flower that best answers it. When light is dim and courage fails, when hard against adversity rails, when it seems you will never see the dawn, this alone can drive you on. And what you have to do, I'm going to go down to the manual here in a second. So what did she say? When light is dim and courage fails. So there's like a whole, I don't need to go to the manual. There's a whole like thing on the different flowers in the manual. And so you look up sort of the emotion that it is correlated to, and then in the list of flowers, and then it's like, oh, it's that flower. This is hope, and hope is attached to almond blossom. Okay, so I have to find the almond blossom. Your wisdom is great. Here's the next riddle. Known to the priest and nun who natural pleasures do shun. And that is celibacy, and that is the cornflower. Your wisdom is great. Here's the next riddle. It alleviates all pain and sorrows, the final end of all tomorrows, that to which we all must go, rich or poor, high or low. I'm going to assume, like, death? Yes, death, in fact. And that is the daffodil. Where is it? There we go. Truly you are worthy to be king. The test is ended. Lancelot shall go free. You are worthy of the great legends that will live on in your name. Come with me. I shall return you to Camelot. Not even a thank you from him, jerk. I have freed Sir Lancelot and sent him back to Camelot to go bang your wife, but your journey goes on. Farewell, King Arthur, and may you overcome every obstacle with the same wit and courage you've shown here. Okay, come on, donkey. Whoops. Oh, there's no need? What do you mean there's no need? Is it identifying him right as a donkey? Yeah, oh. Oh, she. Oh, she looks more unhappy when we started the trip. Come on, donkey. It'll be okay. Come on. There's no need to pet the donkey. Yes, there is. It's a lie. Okay. So now the last location is Southampton. There's no carrot to give the donkey, I'm afraid. Here, I've never checked this. Can I die here? Oh, I certainly can. Your armor and steel drags you to the bottom, and there you will lie until you are rotten, soggy and pulpy, and truly forgotten. Okay, yeah, apparently that does. Okay, so we need to know about Galahad. He took a ship from here to the Far East. He said he heard tales that made him believe he should seek the Grail in Jerusalem. The Cole Cyrenach sails for Dublin, my lord, and the land of Ira. The Frustrada will dock somewhere along the coast of Brittany to deliver supplies for the scholars of Rennes in the kingdom of the Franks. The captain of the Remus seeks to reach Rome, but will stop in the two Muslim-held ports, Malaga and Tunis. The Athene sails for Thessalonica, seeking also to trade in Malaga and Tunis. A ship called Aluza is bound for the Far East by way of Malaga, Tunis, and Alexandria, and if God wills, coming at last to distant Gaza. If you care to book passage on any of these, my lord, I gladly help you. Oops. Ask him about fare. Fare to Dublin is 1 silver. Fare to Rennes is 2 silver. Fare to Rome is 1 gold. Fare to Thessalonica is 2 gold. And fare to Gaza is 3 gold coins. I stand ready to accept your fare, my lord, upon which I shall direct you to the proper ship. Okay, there we go. As fortune would have it, this ship is the very one you need. Ignore the Greek name. It was sold by a Greek trader, and the new owner has yet to paint in the new name. I believe that name, if you look at the red on the side of the ship, the red writing over the blue banner, I believe it says Christy. I think that's a nod to Christy Marx. May your journey be safe and swift. God willing, you may board now. All right. Let's go. It's like Gold Rush all over again, jeez. Weary days and nights march on. A storm catches the ship, and you are forced to lend your strong back to the efforts of the crew to save themselves. Huge waves crash across the decks. You barely save your mule, but your pack and nearly all your belongings are washed away. The next day, the captain thanks you by giving good advice. You are not a king in these lands, so do not be quick to draw your sword, for you will be surrounded by enemies. Be careful who you trust, and never pay bribes with too much coin. You join the crew in sharing several rounds of wine as they wait for the tide to change so they may enter Gaza port. The wine flows freely after such a long and arduous journey. Soon you fall into a very deep, dreamless sleep. Alright. There we go. Arthur? Arthur? Arthur, wake up! Good morning, Chrono. You slept through the entire docking and unloading of the ship. You indulged too heavily in foreign wine. Arthur, it turns out, has a drinking problem. If your head is pounding, blame no one but yourself. Actually, I blame Lancelot and Guinevere. This whole thing is their fault. Sir, I am Hazem. My master sends his respects and invites you to accept his hospitality. My master... ignore this boy. You are lucky he did not make off with your mule. I am Jabir ibn Hamid. I overheard some sailors say you need a guide to the desert to Jerusalem. Please, sir, my master is Al-Sirat, and he is very wise, and he asks... Al-Sirat is an impoverished old scholar of no use to anyone, but I, Jabir, know the desert, every rock, wadi, and waterhole. Trust me in all things. Sir, I beg you to accept my master's hospitality. He heard of you from the captain of the ship, and he sends warning that the Mukhtar of Gaza. Allow me to explain. The Mukhtar is the man who governs this port. He hates all foreigners, and if he catches you here, he will throw you in prison. We should leave at once. I can take you to my master by secret ways, and now Surat will protect and tell you. Get out of here, boy. We men have business together and have no need of chattering pests. Be off. Stranger, you will never survive the desert without my help. I ask for no payment now. When we reach Jerusalem safely, I will accept a fair payment. Hire me, and I shall guide you to Jerusalem at once. Sir, I beg you, ask to see my master, and all will be well. You are the wisest of men, sir, except for my master. Please follow me. A desert like that, you will never cross it without my help. So yeah, you don't trust the really untrustworthy guy. Obviously. It is good that you have come. The captain sent word to me that you were here, though in truth I have been expecting you for some time. I am Al-Surat, the first of 6 guardians to serve the goddess, she who gives the power of life and regeneration through her sacred cup, which you know is the Grail. We who are the 6 guardians will test you in different ways. We will test your mind, spirit, and body. You must pass each one of us before the goddess will relinquish her sacred cup to you. Excuse me, master, I fed and watered the meal for your guest, as you said. Thank you, Hazem. Wait with the meal until our guest is ready to leave. Then you will guide him in secret away from Gaza. I am a scholar. I've spent my life in study and meditation. I am at your disposal to share what knowledge I may. And please allow me to offer you quawa to drink and figs to eat. It is simple, fair, but all that I have. Well, he who came before you searched long and far. Yet he did not come here, though I sent Hazem with an invitation. I know nothing more of him save that he reached Jerusalem, but has not succeeded in his quest. 6 guardians stand between you and this sacred cup. 6 times you will be judged, weighed and tested. They will be tests of mind, spirit, and body. If you prevail, the goddess will relinquish her guardianship of the sacred cup. What you call the Holy Grail will pass into your hands, and its powers of regeneration will be yours. These are the names of the 6 goddesses: Athena, Vesta, Isis, Astarte, Ceres, and Venus. These are their symbols. This is the symbol of Athena. This is the symbol of Vesta. This is the symbol of Isis. This is the symbol of Astarte. This is the symbol of Ceres. And this is the symbol of Venus. Great. There's 6 you must pass. I am the first. Okay. Jerusalem lies northeast of Gaza, but you must pass through the desert to reach it, and you cannot survive the heat of this desert unless you find water upon the way. Occasional pineapple. No, this in fact does have a score, and has 3 scores in fact. It tracks you along 3 different little trees here. So it's just not it's not the standard tier score system, but there is scoring. All right. Go ahead and save my game since I have it in a bit here. And now, get out of here. Oh, this guy again. I knew you must come this way. See, I've gotten here before you and waited. You will never survive this desert without my help. Hire me, I will be your guide. Okay, fine. Excellent. Let's waste no time. Follow me. Alright. Great. This way. Follow me. Good you are here, but stay close behind me or you may get lost. This way. We must go directly to the water. Okay. Come, the water's not much farther. And does the scoring persist in the other games of the series? There's only one other game. It was Conquests of the Longbow, and it had a more traditional scoring system. I brought you the water. Drink before the heat overcomes you. Now, see this? Mule don't want to drink. By custom, wait for those a guide to drink first, so please drink your fill. So Mule doesn't want to drink. The clues are all here, right? It is odd that your mule shows no desire for this water when she is clearly quite thirsty. What is this skeleton? The skeleton could be nothing else save a camel. It must have died here some time ago. Bit odd for it to die here at the water. Here, can I fall in? Oh, I guess not. Arthur, something terrible is happening to you. Oh. Too late, the signs are clear. This water is poisoned. It killed the camel who had not the sense of your mule, but then neither did you. To add insult to injury, the scoundrel Jabir robs your corpse. Okay, so now we just, you know, draw our sword. Jabir liked not the sound of your steel being drawn. You have set Jabir to his heels. Let us hope that it will be the last of him. You have no strength to spare for chasing him. What do we have here? There's a natural pool of water surrounded by cliffs and flowing down a ravine. Some plants grow here. There's also a camel's skeleton. It is a naturally formed pool fed by a small stream flowing down a wadi to the east. Well, okay. We want to go this away. And this away. Hi. And look at this. Oh, and this lady, I fear the study was too much for that poor girl. She ran as though you were an evil jinn. Ugh. White man, here to kill us, probably. That's probably what she was thinking. It's like, not this again. Below you in a lethal fall from here, I might add, is a long pool of fresh water. Let's save the game so that I don't die. Cool. And now, oh, poor mule. He goes and he's like, oh, water. So we know this is safe. The walls and ground are paved with stone. The water flows from a tunnel carved into the rock of the hill above it. Wait, alas, I know where you are. This is the pool of Siloam. The wall, oh. Okay. The pool of Siloam is fed by the spring of Gihon through Hezekiah's aqueduct. The spring of Gihon lies upon the far side of the large hill through which this aqueduct was dug. It was hidden by King Hezekiah centuries ago. I guess you do get kind of a history lesson here. 800 years before the birth of Christ, King Hezekiah ruled a city built on the large hill above this tunnel. The Assyrians were coming to attack the city, and the only source of water, the spring of Gihon, lay before them at the base of the city. Hezekiah sent 2 teams of men to dig a tunnel. One began at the spring, the other from the opposite side of the hill. It is an amazing feat of that age that they dug through solid rock and met in the middle, thus forming this underground aqueduct. The water flowed then from the spring, which was covered over from sight, to the pool of Siloam, hidden upon the far side of the hill. When the enemy arrived, they found no water and were forced to give up their siege. Siege is misspelled. You need a copy editor. Thus did King Hezekiah save his city. And yet of that city no trace remains, and in its place the city now known as Jerusalem was built upon a larger hill to the north. Great. Give me some water. The waters of the pool of Siloam are cool, cold and pure, and fill you with relief. Whoops. Alright, now we go back up. Oh my god, come on. He falls over just stepping down. Give me a break. They should have just made that a death. Well, you just fell 1 foot and broke your neck, you idiot. Welcome to Sierra. Siege was misspelled turkey leg in that sentence. I before E, except after C. There's some more to that rule. But that was a misspelling. Siege is S-I-E-G. As you approach Jerusalem, bear in mind that you are one lone foreigner surrounded by dangerous and hostile natives. Remember, English is a stupid language with a lot of really weird exceptions to all its dumb rules. Uh-oh, who are these ruffians? Well, I'll just be on my way. Be warned, infidel, keep your sword sheathed or we're gonna just mess you up. Okay, well, here, let me give you here. Here, have that. Oh, you may pass, infidel. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna be on my way, boys. Alright, want no trouble here. I'll be careful. Alright. Am I... Oh, wait. I'm waiting for it to transition screens, and it's just sitting here. Alright. So now here we are, Oh, look, it's Mary. She had a little lamb. Hey, you must pay me a fee to enter the Jaffa Gate. Whatever you could afford, but you must pay. Oh, here, let me show you my purse. That sword likes not the flash of your steel. Wow. That has set the fraud to his heels, but you had best put up your sword for now. There may be more guards like those at the Zion gates. Zion? The last human city? The only place we're safe from the machines? Okay, and here we are. So this is the Bazaar of Jerusalem. Tiny shops line both sides of the street, and such smells. Delicious foods combined with the raw sewage in the gutter. Watch where you step. Alright. Oh, what's this? Arthur, that little thief has grabbed your purse. That bastard. Well, I got my lodestone still. I know where north is. The weapons merchant looks sympathetic. I suspect this is not the first time he has seen this thief in action. You are wise not to waste your time chasing after him. Thieves of Jerusalem are as slippery as eels. A shame I must leave soon to join a caravan to Cairo, or you could be my guest. That is a very fine mule you have there, I notice. You must prize her highly. Alright, donkey. You go with this guy. If you truly part with this excellent mule, I will gladly give you all the money I have upon me. It is a goodly sum, but this fine mule is worth every coin. In this purse you will find 2 dinars, which is our gold coin. There are also dirhams, and these are silver, and some falls. A falls is a copper coin. Great. Alright, since I see you do not understand, here is the way of it. 4 falls are worth 1 dirham. 4 dirham are worth 1 dinar. And now I must go and meet the caravan that awaits me. May Allah grant you good fortune. Alright, well, let's see here. There's a textile merchant and a woman selling falafels. He is only a young boy, half-starved, ragged urchin who is surely alone in the world. What a pathetic sight. God. Jeez. Fresh hot falafels for a hungry man, made from the finest ground chickpeas with ground sesame seed, flavored with parsley, onion, and garlic. Only 1 falls for one of my delicious falafels. Do that. Help yourself, but you must eat it quickly, or it will crumble. My falafels are as delicate as they are delicious. Oh, look at that. I'm nice. That was a good deed, Arthur. That might be, yeah, that might be like an alternate spelling of falafel. I don't know. I'm not questioning that because it's a word of a different, different origin. So that just might be an alternate way to spell it. It also accepted my spelling, so maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know how they decided on, like, the translation or whatever. Okay. And now we need to go to, we need to go over here. Upon the left is a lamp shop. The old woman on the right is selling apples. Whoops. King Arthur, I know your purpose here. It is given to me to know such things, for I am a seeress. Another came from your land, and his name was Galahad. He spoke of you, for if he failed, he knew only you might follow and succeed. But as a servant of the goddess, I must know you are worthy. I bid you to buy an apple, for this fruit is sacred to Aphrodite. Okay. Whoops. One apple and one only I will sell you. Here are your choices. If you give me one false, I will give you an apple that is only an apple and nothing more. Eat and it will taste good. If you give me 1 dirham, I will give you an apple that will satisfy all your hunger, slake all your thirst, and ease your weariness. If you give me 1 dinar, I will give you an apple that is bitter to the tongue, yet you will know the taste of truth. Take this and by my command, eat of it. You've chosen wisely, for the apple has conferred upon you a truth spell. Whoever you speak with in this bazaar from this moment on will confide to you his or her most secret and urgent need. To prove your full worthiness to me, and thus be led ever closer to your goal, you must fulfill these tasks revealed for you by the truth spell. Your heart and mind must guide you. And that second apple actually comes into play later. The one that heals all your wounds or whatever it is. That's important later. Let's see. Well, now I know what everybody needs. So basically this is like a big like fetch quest. Like all through all the screens of this bazaar. It's just figuring out what all these people need and helping them. So, 'tis odd, I feel I must tell you that although I am content with my lot, for I am an honest man, I would be happier still if my cousin Ahmed had not broken his oath to me and thus ruined our friendship. Ahmed promised me that he would bring back a holy relic from his pilgrimage, but he did not, so I curse him as an oath breaker. Alright. Well. What's this guy's name? This guy is Tariq. Oh, a good sized bag of charcoal is only 2 falls. Oh, I happen to know that I need a few items from him. Here's the charcoal. Return anytime. I may be of further service. Some of these herbs are quite rare, but for you only 1 dirham. Here are the herbs. Pleasure to do business with you. Here, let's do that. And now let's see. Which way did I come from? I came from over there, right? Let's go talk to this guy. What shall I do? What shall I do? I have been betrayed by Mari the Wicked, Mari the Vain. For my brief moment of weakness, I shall lose my beloved wife. You are a man, you will understand. I dallied but once with a woman, Mari, who lives above the shop of Muhammad. But I left behind a silken veil. Not any veil, a veil supreme in the mastery of the weaver's art, of glorious color and pattern. Mari refuses to return it to me. I promised this veil to my wife as proof of my devotion. Okay. If I fail to bring it to her, she will leave me. I would do anything, pay anything, to avert that. Alright. Well. Well, I should not be telling you this, but all day long I cook falafels. Not every day I eat falafels. Not that they are not delicious. But even I am tired of falafels. I dream of lamb, a nice fresh cut of lamb. Lamb and falafel. Oy, that would be paradise. Alright. Let's see. What do I have? Okay, great. Let's see here. Oops. I didn't want that again. Do you wonder why I'm angry? It is the stink of fish I must endure every day. The foul, damnable stink of fish would drive any man to fury. No one will ever know a day's peace for me, for as long as I smell that singing fish, a curse upon that fishmonger. Look at this guy. Truly, if I could have anything in the world, I would have your money. Yes, that is what I must say, your money. Just, what possessed me to say such a thing? Forgive me, I meant to say that I have a special on Saints relics today. Reasonable prices. Wow. I'm glad I will sell you a relic, but first you must tell me, what is the name of the saint whose relic you wish to buy? St. George. Yes, I do have a relic of St. George. Normally 3 diner on sale today for 2 diners, but I like you. You have an honest face, so for you, only 1 diner. Alright. Wait for 1 instant. And yes, the guy did say he slept with another woman and then wanted to give his wife a token of devotion, yeah. A great pleasure to do business with you. Oh, did I mention that I also have a cup called the Grail? Yeah. You refer to the Christian legend of the cup from which the prophet Jesus drank before he was martyred. I know it well. Come close and listen. It is not well known, but I possess the very cup, this Holy Grail you seek. It was entrusted to me by an ancient priest who died in my care. And I told myself, Ismail, this Grail must never go to an ordinary man, but one day a great warrior will ask for it, and you must be ready. And so I have waited. Clearly you are the man destined to have this Grail. It is a thing beyond value, but for you only 1 diner. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'll fetch it at once. Sorry, I must have sold it, but I have a very good deal on Saint's Finger Bones, and for you at half price. So... okay, so... yeah... one more thing here. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, well, screw you, dude. I didn't wanna buy your stuff anyway. I guess I have to solve his problem first. Now this house sits at the end of the street abutting an ancient wall. There is but 1 door. Well, that I go to later. The beggar is a pathetic sight, for his limbs are rotting with the disease of leprosy. At night I suffer from the cold. I have only this brazier in which to burn charcoal, my only source of warmth. Men fear to come near me, and I can no longer walk upon my rotted limbs. Brazier. I must rely upon the goodness of strangers, such as yourself, to bring me charcoal, so I will not suffer in the night. It is not a brazier. A brazier is a bra. I pronounce words wrong sometimes. Let's give him a coin. Give him nice. Bless you. May you always walk the path of righteousness. And then we give him that. Bless you 1,000 times, good sir. May your charity win you a place in paradise. And then we go, we're gonna come back here. There's a merchant selling pottery, a fishmonger, and a grain merchant. This man is so agitated he will not stand still long enough to talk to you. Alright. I want only to sell my fish in peace without the snarls and threats of my neighbors, Ali and Fawaz. They complain that my fish stink and that the wind blows the smell into their shops. What can I do? Fish smell like fish. Am I to change the very nature of life itself, or command the wind not to blow? Well, have I got something for you? Oh, what's this? Why? Oh, what a wonderful smell these herbs have. How very potent and aromatic. I shall hang them up at once. You have taught me something. rather than dwelling only upon my problems. Had I but sought a solution, I would have been a happier man. I thank you for this piece of wisdom, which will benefit my neighbors as well as myself. Salam alaikum. I'm bad at at foreign words. I shouldn't even try. I have but 2 wishes in the world. One is that the wind which blows down the street will not change, so that the smell of fish stays away from my shop. And the other, why, to sell you something. A mug or bowl of earthenware, perhaps. Inside, under lock and key, I have fine silver plates and goblets. I have a few other items probably of no interest to you, such as mirrors. Oh, certainly I have a nice mirror for only 2 dirhams. Alright. And I happen to know I do need a mirror. One moment. Here you are, a very fine mirror. Alright. And then hang on. Well, I'm trying to remember where the I'll go back to that. And this woman Mari that guy cheated with lives above this shop, I was told. So who are you, with lungs like the Hamps and the all-powerful wind? I see you're a foreigner, but from the look of you, not a very rich one. I only have time for rich men. And he wanted that veil to give to his wife to prove that he's not cheating on her with this person. If you're a friend of Abraham, you're no friend of mine. He prefers his wife to me, the scoundrel. Oh. Let him suffer. He'll never get the veil from me. Unless, of course, you care to bring me something of greater value. Something that would allow me to see my great beauty as others see it. Why, I have a mirror I just bought. Ah, it's true. I'm as beautiful as they say. Even more so. Huh, and they say mirrors cannot lie. Ha. Alright, let's see. Was this him? Yeah, okay, here. Yeah, you're the one. You give him the veil. Ah, it's the veil, the very veil. You're forever my brother. I have had time to dwell upon my foolishness. I will never be unfaithful to my beloved wife again. Thank you. May you live long and bear many sons. That's actually... he will bear a son, and that doesn't go well for him. The game doesn't get into that with Morgan Le Fay or Mordred, but... yeah, that doesn't turn out well for Arthur. Alright, let's see... what did that dude want? Whoops. Oh. Oh yeah, the relic. Right. Ah, good sir, I'm speechless. Certainly my cousin Ahmed has sent this through you as an offering of peace between us. Now I'm ashamed that I behaved in such a petty way. Please, I beg you, take this broom and give it to Ahmed, and he will know that this is my apology. Happy Sierra Saturday, Aardus. Thank you for the 100 bits. Alright, so I got that guy. And this dude is now happy because there's no more fish smell. Alright, the whole leg is 5 dinars, but I will sell a single cut for 6 balls. Alright. What? No. 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 Sierra, everybody. Is that the first straight-up crash we've had? That's, I mean, I knew what that meant because that was, yeah, that was something you had to deal with in Sierra games back then. Yeah. Really? Oh, come on. Okay, now I need to, like, now I don't know where I was, so I need to go, like, damn it. Hold on, now I gotta do this all over again. I should have been saying, this is why you save your game early and often. Yeah. Do I still have the charcoal? Yes, I do. Hold on, I'll catch up. Why do you do this to me? Alright, he's got his herbs. All right. Yeah. Ugh. Sorry, now you gotta watch me do the whole thing again. Sierra games, yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked that this is the first one I'm a little shocked I'm actually encountering it on the stream here today because I ran through this and didn't have an issue. That's why I prep ahead of time to make sure I don't get into the middle of a crash. On the stream, you know? Okay, I need to give him the relic. What was it that... Wait, no, is it this guy? I don't give this guy the relic, do I? Oh, yeah, okay. There's the broom. Okay, cool. Okay, got the broom. Where am I right now? Right here. See. Alright, I'm sorry, without a broom I cannot open for business. Oh well. Ah, you've managed to part Tariq from his broom when you give this to me, but surely, why this can only mean it is an offering of peace from my cousin through you. He has forgiven me. Allah bless you. You have brought my cousin and me together in kinship again. Even though I see you are an infidel, I pray you shall one day know the ecstasy of paradise. Until then, may I offer you the hospitality of my humble inn. Excuse the mess on the floor. I will clean it. Will you eat and drink at no charge? No thanks. I'm cool. I got stuff to do, man. Alright, let me see. So... Okay, I know. I'm done with those guys. I'm done with all this. Right? I need to, let's see. Was it this guy? Was it when I gave him the veil? Let's see. Okay, yeah, he says, yay, okay, the veil, I'm so excited. Have a kid, and I'm like, no, he has a kid, and his name's Mordred, and that doesn't go well. Okay, so I fixed that. Let's save the game. And she wants some food. These guys are all set. Okay. I need to buy lamb. Alright. Alright. He's gonna give me the lamb. Here we go. Alright. Please no heap error. Okay, great. Alright. Oh, turkey leg. Sorry, thank you for the cheers, the $5. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the sub once again, AR Dust. I see. I'm thrown off track because of this this stupid crash. I'm all frustrated and I'm trying to get back to where I was. I don't even notice the encouragement, but thank you. You've brought this for me simply because I wanted it. No one's ever shown me a kindness like this before. Your good example makes me ashamed to think I should be as callous as those I criticize and let this poor boy go hungry when I have food to spare. Come here, little one. I will feed you and clothe you and raise you as my son in honor of this good man. Like, that's not how that works. That's called kidnapping. Well, thank you very much, Turkey Leg. I appreciate it. And look, I shall name him Joshua. I will love him and hug him, and I will name him George. Alright, now I think that's everybody. I think. Wait, no, there's one more. There's one more. Wait. But it's over here. Wait, hang on. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. I'm most grateful for giving high on the herbs that smell of fish are driving me mad. I had the best grain in all Jerusalem. How may I serve you? Okay. 1 scoop of grain for 1 falls, 2 falls for the bag to carry it, since I see you have not brought a bag for grain. Okay. Gonna give me some grain, which, as I happen to know, I will need. Oh. I dropped the cage, and all my mistress's doves escaped. They will not come back, and they are prize doves, hand-fed by my mistress from hatchlings. She trusted me with them. I dare not go back without them. Oh, misery. Alright, well, here we go. See, I told you I needed the grain. Alright. You thought me only a simple girl, but I am an initiate of the goddess sent to watch and test you. King Arthur, you have finished your tasks with this act of cleverness. Return to the seeress for her judgment. I better keep saving my game every 5 steps. I greet you with reverence, King Arthur, for you are indeed worthy. Knowledge is your reward. Their treasure was knowledge. Knowledge was their treasure. Seek the star and crescent where Fatima dwells. Now that you are ready, she will admit you. She is the most powerful, though not the last, of the guardians of the sacred cup. Take also this gift. It is the apple that ends hunger, slakes thirst, and eases weariness. May it comfort you in time of greatest need. The goddess be with you. Alright, and now I can go actually to... Is it this way? I think? No. I'm confused. No, hold on, I know where it is. Now I can go to that big blue door that was locked. And yes, she was a secret goddess, yeah. Yep. Alright. Now we can knock on the big door. Enter. Well, well. She is so exquisite that even I am moved by her beauty. And she is no ordinary woman. I feel a power here that rivals my own. Well. O handsome stranger from a distant land, this is my dance of love. I offer you pleasures such as you have never known. I offer you my body and soul and sensual delights beyond imagining. In this enchanted place, we will take our endless fill of one another. I offer you the sweetest wine and the most succulent fruits and meats. I offer you complete freedom from all weariness and care. Kiss me, and I will give you forgetfulness and bliss in an earthly paradise. All the pains of your heart and soul will be cured. Will you kiss me and be my cherished lover? Oh yeah, I'm sure nothing will go wrong if I say yes. Sure, that's what we do, right? I'm sure nothing could go wrong here. The whole game was leading to that, right? I'll show Guinevere. Lancelot. No, Arthur. I mean, this is pretty weird, Kink. This is like some Basic Instinct stuff. Alas, your help was completely under Fatima's fatal spell, and here is the reward for your weakness, being smothered to death by a perfumed pillow. How will I ever explain this to the Queen? I feel like Merlin's like my Otacon. He's like, Arthur? Arthur? Arthur! Then, if the delights of the flesh are not enough for you, I can offer more powerful gifts, for I serve the goddess herself, and I have drunk from her sacred cup. Behold, a vision of the Holy Grail. That's the cup of a carpenter. I have the power to give you immortality. With but one kiss, you will become invincible. No man, woman, or beast will ever overcome you. You will stride the earth powerful and invincible for all time. Think of the deeds of valor you could perform. Will you kiss me and become a god in human form? Then I find you worthy, King Arthur, and will help you to find what you seek. Ask of me what you will. Well. Who is this goddess? She who I serve has infinite names, yet in all times and all places she is known by her three natures. As the white virgin, she renews and regenerates life. As the red mother, she nurtures and protects life. As the black crone, she is death and the forces of destruction. Aight. Where my boy at? He too resisted my seductions. I have learned from the Hierophant that Galahad entered the Catacombs to continue his search. But he did not pass the test of symbols that I placed before him, so I fear he has suffered by entering the Catacombs without the gift of the Hierophant. You will learn about that from the Hierophant if ever you meet him. Ancient he is, and he is wise, yet shunned by fools who fear his guise. Who could the Hierophant be, then? You have trials of body, spirit, and heart yet to face if you are to wrest the cup of regeneration from the goddess and take it with you as the Grail. From here your path must lie through the deadly catacombs as it did for the man who came here before you, the one called Galahad. But to walk safely in the catacombs you must pass my test of symbols. You have 3 more guardians to face. Oh. The crescent above my inner door signifies that behind it lies the test of symbols. The test awaits behind this door. 6 tablets, each engraved with a symbol of a goddess. Rest next to a stone plaque with 6 niches. 6 questions I will pose. You must know to which goddess the question belongs and place her symbol in the proper niche. Sounds like copy protection to me. When all 6 symbols have been placed, I will tell you whether you have passed or failed. If you fail, you may try again. But there's one more thing I require you. A gesture to show that you are not bound by material possessions. Give me your purse. Yeah? Yeah. Here's what I think. Oh, dang. What? What? Huh? What? What? My sword will not leave my scabbard in your presence? Here, let me restore the game in case that hurt my score. I thought maybe there would be a funny death. I never checked that. The door is open. The test awaits you. Alright. So hang on, let me save. This is in fact copy protection. So here is the challenge placed before you. There are 6 tablets engraved with a symbol, 1 for each of the 6 goddesses. There are 6 niches for the tablets. Choose a niche, and I will pose a question, 1 question for each of the 6 goddesses. You must know which goddess answers the question, then move the tablet with her symbol into the niche. When you have answered all 6 questions, only then will I tell you whether you have passed or failed. I bid you to begin, and may Aphrodite smile upon you. Alright, well, let's see. Her sacred women were titled Matrone and ruled Rome for hundreds of years. Let's see. That's series. And I'm just looking in the, wait, where's my little key? Oh, there's my key. Alright, so series is this one. So that goes there. The yearly flood of the Nile was caused by the tears she cried. And that is Isis. And that is, that's that one. Her sacred fire was tended by 6 women who took vows of chastity for 30 years. And that's Vesta. And Vesta is, it's that one. She was the goddess of Byblos. That's Astarte. And that is, this one. According to Greek legends, she was born from the forehead of Zeus. And that is Athena. And that goes right there. And this last one, by process of elimination, mirrors are considered sacred objects. And that is Venus. And that is it. Your wisdom is great. You have passed my test. And that, I believe, is the last bit of copy protection. I'm not sure. The riddles later on might be also. Truly you are the most worthy of all men who have passed my door. Go with my blessings and find the Hierophant. And I'll ask once again about the Hierophant to remind you. Ancient he is, and he is wise, yet shunned by fools who fear his guise. Who could the Hierophant be? King Arthur, you have passed many trials, yet more guardians of the Sacred Cup wait to test you. Through the catacombs you must pass. Not long ago, the one called Galahad entered the catacombs and has not returned. If you are ready to follow him, ask me to open the catacombs, and I will do so. So this guy is the Hierophant. He chose to enter the catacombs without passing the test of symbols. He has not been seen since. My task is to guide you toward the Grail, nothing more. Because you have passed the test of symbols, I will give you a gift that could save your life. Within the catacombs are cursed rats, whose bite is poison. One bite from these rats and you will die slowly. Even the slightest bite means certain death. If bitten again, the end comes more quickly and with great agony. Take this vial of elixir. If you're bitten, drink it and you will be cured. There is but one dosage. So waste it not. The way is open. Go. Alright, here we go. Save the game right here at the beginning, and then just do another save here. Now that the secret entrance is shut, there remain 2 doorways to choose from. The entire wall through which you entered is covered with a mural. The air is stale and musty. Everything around you is covered with the dust of centuries. The mummies in their niches are ancient, untouched for ages. Would the Galahad had left some sign to guide us? He may be trapped in this foul place. Let us pray he is still alive. But you must be extremely careful. I hear the skittering of the poisonous rats everywhere within the walls. Their evil eyes glint from behind and around the mummies. Avoid them at all costs. Yeah, what is that dog doing to that man? That looks like... That's awkward. It shows the death of Adonis, one of Aphrodite's lovers. The legend is written in the Liber Ex Doctrina. Interestingly, there's also a tree filled with golden apples in this mural. Alright, well. And this is where we use the lodestone to figure out, oh, which way is which. But we want to go, I happen to know, this way. There are 3 doorways, mummies, urns, and some symbols. Symbols. Ah! Look, symbols. Over one doorway is a small mushroom. Over the other doorway is the Gnostic symbol of the 8-rayed sun. Well, what are Gnostics? To those of us who haven't played any White Wolf games, Gnostic means knowledge. It refers to secretive Christian cults who seek after heavenly knowledge, disdain all matters of the flesh, and worship Sophia, the great mother of all wisdom. For the past 4 centuries, they have been heavily persecuted by the Christian sect ruling from Rome, and may have met here to worship in secret. Well, what about Sophia? To the Gnostics, she is the great mother of wisdom, creator of the universe, mother and wife to the God who came after her. Because of this belief, the Gnostics also allow women to be priests. How forward thinking. And for this reason, the Christians in Rome particularly hate them. Of course they do. Alright. Alright. There are 2 doorways, mummies, urns, and symbols upon one wall. Oh. It is round, made of copper, as best I can tell, and seems to have engraving upon it, but it is heavily coated with dust, which obscures it. Now, there's some rats down there. See that medallion around that mummy's neck? So I'm just gonna MacGyver it here. Oh, I got the medallion. Very clever for Arthur. You have safely taken possession of the medallion. Alright. Oh, and there's Galahad. But oh no! Oh god, not a rat. A rat has bitten you. There was nothing you could do to avoid it. The Hierophant warned that even one bite was lethal and death inevitable, though it may be slow in coming. And it appears that Galahad has been fallen prey to the rats, for there he lies upon a bier, unaware even of your presence. Whoops. He is in no condition to answer you. Of course, I have to do the selfless thing and give him the elixir. Arthur, my king, I knew you would come. Only way out, the gift for Aphrodite. You must bring her the... He has lapsed into a healing coma. By the time he is healed, you will be dead of the rat's poison. You have but only one chance. To find the Grail. Only its healing powers may yet save you, if you can find it in time. Only the healing powers of the Grail can save your father now. It's time to ask yourself what you believe. To quote the villain of Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, do not despair or regret your choice. You have done the good and noble deed and saved Galahad, who served you so faithfully. Okay. Here we go. Alright. All these rats, I don't care about the rats. Get out of here with that. I don't care about these stupid rats. A healing coma. Oh, wait, hold on. We want to go, over here. What we got here? A mural covers one entire wall. There are 2 doorways, mummies, and painted design, including many spirals. Well, what's up with these spirals? There are lunar and solar spirals here. A solar spiral goes in the sunwise direction. Sunwise is the direction that the shadow of the sun moves around the sundial. A lunar spiral moves to the left in the opposite or counter sunwise direction. Solar spirals are signs of a god, while lunar spirals are signs of a goddess. This mural shows the death of Hippolytus, as brought about by Aphrodite. The full story is told in your Liber Ex Doctrina. It's basically like, yeah, read the manual if you want to know. We didn't, just read the manual. Stop asking. Oh, what is this? There are 3 doorways and colorful patterns upon the walls. There are no mummies or funeral urns here, only the one large stone sarcophagus. Ah. It is solid stone, carved with geometric designs on the sides. So there's something different upon the lid, however. The light's too dim to make out the inscription from here. Oh, what is this? What's going on? Ooh, creepy. Oh, I smell warm blood and live flesh. Come closer, I have golden treasure. Come closer and see. Thing never talked in the Addams family. Below the pentacle are carved these words. Cursed is the priest who lies here. He betrayed the goddess and stole her treasures. Sacred objects of gold he has stolen. By the sign of the pentacle he is imprisoned. The star of the goddess rules him. Take heed, you who read these words of warning. Well, guess what? What's what I got? Ah, the accursed pentacle. The medallion is the way to keep from getting killed by that thing. The thing has retreated from the warding spell of the medallion. There is a glint of gold at this end of the sarcophagus. I believe. Aye, there's a golden apple. An apple of solid gold. I wonder how often the fiend has used it as a lure. So now we have a green apple, which is the one that heals all like ailments or whatever, and the golden apple, which is the one I just got. Okay, and now we want to go this way. Oh, look what's going on here. It's going to be like read the manual. It shows the story of Pygmalion, which is written in your Liber Ex Doctrina. This version is rather fancifully embellished with doves and piping satyrs. Alright. Go down here. Look at that. It is utterly empty except for a statue of Aphrodite. Ah. There is a stone statue of Aphrodite in the center of the room. Upon one hand rests a carved dove, but the other hand, though held out with the palm open, is empty. Give her the golden apple. You have brought the gift by which I am made complete. For this I will tell you what you must do to escape the catacombs. First be warned, from this moment on, every door within the catacombs is a possible trap. If you leave the safety of this room too soon, you may be trapped forever within a tomb. It is Aphrodite's will that you should know something of her history. I put you 6 questions to test your knowledge of her. Each question requires all but one word and answer. When you have answered all 6, I shall reveal to you how you may escape the catacombs. As for the sacred cup, it lies beyond the catacombs. You will not find it here. The test now begins. Where did Pygmalion live? I think you get these answers from looking around the murals and just exploring this place or something. I forget whether it's in the manual or not. I just have a list here. There's the answer. The test continues. What is Aphrodite's sacred number? That is the answer. The test continues. Who was dragged to death behind his chariot? What the hell? Do I not have this one? Hold on. I have to cheat. That's annoying. That's not actually in my list of answers here. Oh my god. Is this gonna just stop me cold? Who was dragged to death? Oh, here we go. Oh, it was Hippolytus. There we go. That's the answer. Look at that. I'm so smart. Upon whom did Theseus call for vengeance? Upon Hippolytus. Oy. That was Poseidon. That's the answer. The test continues. Who ended the dispute between Aphrodite and Persephone over Adonis? That's Zeus. That's the answer. Upon what did Hippolytus ride to go to the hunt? Chariots. You've given the 6 answers I require and earned your chance at freedom. First, accept this gift. When you have proven yourself by sword and shield, the time will be right to use the dove. To escape from the catacombs, you must enter 6 doors exactly as I tell you. If you choose a door that is wrong, you will find yourself trapped forever. You begin here by choosing the first door you must enter. The doors you choose must face the direction I give you, and you must enter them in exactly this order. West, east, south, east, south, north. Have no fear for Galahad. When he is healed, I shall set him free. You have earned that boon. I shall not speak again. Your escape relies now upon your own ingenuity. So, what you have to do here is use the lodestone, right? So, it's like, okay, north is that way, so west is up, which is the first one that she gave me. I'm just going to save right here. But I know which direction is to go. You're enclosed in a narrow tunnel within the wall. Inch forward carefully and test the floor as you go. It takes you in one direction. We'll just hope you find an exit soon, for it is as cold as the grave and the stone walls covered with something slick and unpleasant. The tunnel stops at a wall. Push, Arthur. It gives way into one of the rooms of the catacombs through a hidden doorway. But yeah, so you just write down the direction she gives you, and then you use the lodestone in every room. The tunnel has brought you to this room in the wall behind you. The hidden door seals. You cannot even see where it was. So you use the lodestone in this room, and then you have to go east, right? And then we need to go south, right? And now we need to go east. And then we have to go south. Once more, you're forced into a pitch-black tunnel that leads in but one direction. It seems an eternity before the tunnel takes a turning and brings you to yet another hidden door. Push harder, Arthur. I had opened it, did the other one, and returned you to the catacombs. As before, the hidden door shut, as though it had never been there. And now we go to the north. Oh no, heavy stone doors have sealed the room. Has the goddess trapped your nay luck? Up. You can do it, skeleton. Secret stairs leading upward have been revealed, along with a skeleton of a warrior. This poor warrior had his head split in two. He must have lain there for centuries. We shall never know his story. Don't give up, skeleton. Alright, here we go. Real slow here all of a sudden. Ugh. The stairs bring you to the surface into blessed light and fresh air. Around you is the ruin of a circular temple. Once there was a famous temple of Aphrodite in Jerusalem. Perhaps this was it. The marble stones are ancient and weather-worn. The marble pillars are toppled, and an empty round pedestal in the middle may have once held a statue or altar. Walls without doors or windows have been built entirely around the temple, right up to the very edge of the ruins. So now what? Now we wander around down here. And what's this spiral? The spiral carved into the threshold is lunar. That is, it turns to the left and denotes feminine power and influence. Oh. We're just going to save right here. And save right here. Infidel, you must defeat me if you would win the Grail. Here in the Temple of Aphrodite, we must match sword and shield, strength and skill until one of us is dead. But I wish for an equal fight, and you do not have a helmet. Therefore, I offer you one that is as strong as my own. Wear it or not as you please. First, I'm going to eat my apple. Came here to kick ass and eat apples. I'm all out of apples. The apple's potent spell has relieved your hunger and thirst, and given you a new surge of strength. But alas, I cannot stop the poison of the rat's bite from killing you. It can only delay the final end. We'll save again right here. All right. Look at this combat engine. Look at the freaking combat engine. Oh, God, look at this. Look at this combat. Oh. True RPG mechanics. So all I'm doing is hitting like my up and down buttons to like try to block, right? So you have to beat this guy in combat here. But you get tired if you swing too much, like I'm doing here. Yeah, you're overexerting yourself. Slow down or you'll lack the strength to fight. Oh, look at that. You're sure to feel as heavy as lead. Defend yourself with your shield until some of your strength returns. Ugh. I have to wait. And there's like no life bars. And, oh no. I think I may have to put this one to easy because it's stupid. Yay. Yeah. Sierra is always at its dumbest when it's trying to do things with its engine that, like, it was never meant to do. Ugh. The controls for this section are like, they're like you use the number keys or the arrow keys, like number pad keys, and so you're like trying to hit high or like low or like block high or low, and it's just really dumb. That's all it is, and it's like you like I can kind of tell where he's gonna hit, but I kind of can't, right? But I don't really know if I'm, you know, driving him back or if I'm like about to die or, you know, and when you hit him, there's like a little blue flash like on the area where you hit him. But and same with me, but I mean I don't know like what that means in practice. Like I don't actually know like is it doing damage or yeah, who knows? Nobody knows. So that should have hit me, but it didn't. And eventually, like, I'll die, and it'll be like, oh, he cut your head off. I probably just need to put it to easy or use my skip, because this is dumb. This is the worst part of the game, for sure. Like, you can't really tell where he's gonna hit, like, because he can hit high, low, or mid. But it's not really clear until it's, like, too late. You grow steadily weaker. The hell? What do you mean I grow steadily weaker? Shut up. I just hit him. I just need to back him into this corner, man. There needs to not be this, like, hidden fatigue mechanic. Like, am I even gaining ground on him? How far back can I push him? This is like fighting a Mortal Kombat boss, man. He just knows how to block with perfect accuracy. Your death is near. You must win now or lose all. Oh, thanks. No pressure. Oh, look at that. The thing that sucks, like... Oh, look at this, what... Oh, the rat's poison has caught up with you. You've lost your desperate battle against time. Now you shall have eternity to regret it. I actually haven't seen that one. I've just seen him just freaking cut my head off. You would think that maybe they would have, like, adopted the Quest for Glory battle engine or something. Like, that would have been fine. Yeah, you're on a timer. There's no life meters. It's stupid. I am just going to use this. The Saracen combat skip. Oh, look, I've killed him. You've killed the Saracen in a fair fight, and now his soul transforms into a dove and rises into the sky and vanishes from sight. Okay, cool. I actually won, guys. I did, because I did it before. Now that the fight is over, the helmet also disappears. Great. Now that I saw that dove, I'm going to use a dove. The stone dove feels oddly warm. It's changing. By the power of Aphrodite, it turns into a living dove within your very hands. Follow my dove, and you shall have your soul's desire. Yeah, quote-unquote fair fight, yeah. Where you stand, once my priestesses stood. My name was spoken with reverence. My statue and Holy of Holies were housed within, where only that bare pedestal remains. The last thing my worshippers would see as they left my temple was this leftward spiral upon the threshold, reminder of life turning ever onwards. As with life, so too does power pass onward. Even gods and goddesses fall prey to the endless cycle. My reign here is ended. I shall never return. You have won the sacred cup by your determination and persistence, by cleverness and skill of arms. I surrender it to you. But beware, the power of the Grail itself will pass final judgment upon your worthiness to possess it. Start where you should start, turn as you should turn, and count the places of the pillars until you reach my sacred number, which would be 6. Beneath that pillar you shall find what you seek. And what is this? Whoops, did I already do that? Did I look at the spiral? The spiral card in the threshold is lunar, that is, it turns to the left and denotes feminine power and influence. Great. So, now we walk over here, and we push this. Or push, the column is what it's called. There we go. Aye, it moves. You found it. You found the Grail. Which is like somehow the Grail of Aphrodite. Like we have like the Greek gods and like the Muslim religion and like Christ and Mithra and like Cthulhu in this game. It's so weird. One hand barely touches the sacred cup through a tiny gap in the white cloth that covers it. The Grail's power pours through you and restores you instantly to perfect health. You're dazed with the Grail's power, but you must recover yourself and find a way out of here. Camelot must be saved before... Oh god, it's that thief. That thief has struck again. Stop him. Look, he's like, hold on, son, hold on. Hey, I'm gonna catch you, thief. 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 You're not gonna get away from me, boy. You thief, son. Now, let's think about this. And I'm pretty sure there's like a death associated with not catching him. Hold on. By all that is holy, you have dallied shamelessly, and the thief has escaped. There's no hope for you, Arthur. You may as well fall upon your sword. Oh, that's grim. Oh, okay. Well, God damn. Well, at least you learned to take my advice. Okay, let's catch him now. That's dark. Wow, the gods, he will escape. Nay, your god smiles upon you. His rope is broken. Mercy, master, mercy. I am only a poor miserable wretch. Have mercy. Here's your treasure untouched. Take it and let me live. I beg you, have mercy. He is a pathetic creature. You must choose, Arthur. Either take up the Grail now in an act of mercy, or draw your sword and slay him. Well, I'm merciful, of course. By the gods, he dared to stab you in the back. If not for your mail tunic, you would be dead at the hands of this foul dog. It's time to let the Grail decide his fate. Oh gee, I wonder what's going to happen here. He is a thief, so backstab, that's on brand with thief. So he comes the end he deserves, according to the Holy God Cup. Now you must move quickly to find Galahad and return to Camelot. My king, you won the Grail. I, but rise, Sir Galahad, and draw near to your king at once. A great power is at work. The Grail is chosen to bring you home in your hour of desperate need. Yeah, the cup has no mercy for sure. It's like the Cobra Kai of relics. The Grail's like sweep the leg. The Grail has brought you here, Arthur. Only one god may rule in thy kingdom now. The altar of the Christ god awaits its vessel. Wipe those heathen gods out of here. Cast down your eyes. The radiance of the Grail is too great for any man to see. Behold, Mithra has been driven away, and the Grail is gone. Ah, great, driving all the other religions out. It has become a healing force that spreads outward, touching every corner of your kingdom. Oy. The land returns to life. The lakes and rivers and wells fill once more with clean, fresh water. Camelot is healed. Well, everything's okay now. You receive Guinevere's praise and adoration as you have well earned. Your knights salute you, and the joyous cries of the love and gratitude of your people fills the air. And so you have won through purity of spirit and heart, through skill and strength. No praise is too great. With peace and prosperity return to your kingdom, you have the time to rest and enjoy the land you have saved. Yeah, that one guy had the boat ready for this moment. He's like, finally, yep. It's gonna be sweet. But though your land is healed, your heart is not. Perhaps it never shall be. Look, Arthur's just like this incel right here, being like, look at that Chad over there. So, isn't this how this started in the first place? Didn't it start because he was depressed because Lancelot was banging his wife? Isn't that what got him into this mess? And now it's just back to, like, this is just gonna happen again. Well, at least he's not cheating on her and fathering an illegitimate son that will one day usurp his power and kill him. That would be crazy. You don't know what an incel is? It's a stupid word made up by horrible people because they're bad at life and hate women. So that is Conquests of Camelot. And, yeah, that was Christy Marx's first game for Sierra. First of two. Sequel, Conquest of the Longbow, The Legend of Robin Hood. That one is, the better game. It's one of my favorite Sierra games. This one's pretty good too, but like I said, it's a little bit dry in terms of just how it's presented. It's almost like, as you saw, kind of academic, sort of little bit kind of Sunday school in a way. But it's a good game. I think it goes a little bit kind of overboard with the copy protection in the manual, which, I mean, I guess it was sort of typical of this era. Let me see. I mean, Codename Iceman was obviously the worst. I guess Leisure Suit Larry 3, there was a little bit, but it wasn't, like, invasive. Yeah, but this is not a bad game. This is pretty good. I would this is the upper half of their games up to this point for sure. It's a good game. So yeah, and you see, I scored all these points. The skill points, I'm off by 50 because that's because of the arcade sequences. You have to like beat the Black Knight without ever getting hit. You have to like beat do the Mad Monk combat without ever getting hit, and you have to beat them all on hard, right, to get full points. And I was doing all of them on normal, except the Saracen battle was on easy. That was when I did the skip to get past it, because I just couldn't beat him. But that's why I'm missing 50 skill points. But Wisdom and Soul, that's what matters most, right? So I got a mostly full score. So yeah, that's it. That's Conquests of Camelot. Pretty neat game. If there had been a third one, Christy Marx has said that she wanted to do like Conquests of Charlemagne, but that never really happened. But yeah, that's something. Like Conquest of Camelot, Search for the Grail. Next week, I am doing Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire. We are going to take our hero from Quest for Glory 1, which I did a couple weeks ago, import him into Quest for Glory 2, and continue his adventure. And that will bring us, depending on what I do with Mixed Up Mother Goose, it'll bring us to the end of the kind of EGA Sierra Creative Interpreter era, or the Sierra Creative Interpreter 0 era, and into the VGA 256 color era with King's Quest V. And boy, oh boy, is that something else, that game. I'm wondering if, when I play it with fresh eyes, if I'm going to think it's better or worse than Codename Iceman. That's my burning question with that. But that won't be for a couple weeks at least. Next week, like I said, Quest for Glory 2. So, thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch and you've been hanging out with me, thank you very much. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, you can catch these live every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/geekboxing and youtube.com/geekboxing. You can watch them. I put them up a week later. You can help me out by subscribing wherever it is you watch, leaving comments. And, you know, if you want to leave some tips, you can cheer me on Twitch, or you can leave, there's some links down to my stream elements and Patreon tip jars, effectively. So, if you like what I do, that'd be cool. But alright, that's it. That's all for this week, and I will see everyone for Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire, next week. Have a happy weekend, and goodbye.